Hello there, I'm Dark Shades. Now, I want to tell you something today because like when something really pees you off? Well, that's how I felt today. Because I was in a room with my mate, we were there talking and getting on really friendly. And then another one of my mates come in, and then the mate I was talking to says to my other mate, "Look, I need to talk to you in private. Can we go to another room?" And I'm like, "It's Wagwan. What is this?" You know what I mean? Because I'm kind of thinking, it's a bit rude. Don't you trust me or something? Anyway, the two of them go off and they go into the other room and I'm left standing there. And I'm like, all these things are going through my head. My heart starts racing. I start imagining all kinds of things. I'm thinking to myself, did I say something? Have I done something? Why I can't be trusted? What could it be? Anyway, the both of them come in and they're there chatting and doing all kinds of stuff. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm really peed off. I mean, what the hell could they be talking about? And why did they have to do it in front of me? Why couldn't they wait until I'd left the room and then discuss what they wanted to discuss? I guess that kind of feeling happens to us all, where we start going on a tangent. We start imagining the worst. We think of all the things that we might have done and what's happening with them and, what we've done to upset them. And that's what I was doing. I was kind of replaying all these scenarios in my mind, thinking, I don't know what I've done. Anyway, I started retracking and I thought, okay, man, don't worry about it. Don't get yourself in a tizzy. Just relax and see what happens. Anyway, a few hours later, another one of my mates comes in the room and she says the same thing to them. It's like, oh, sorry, man, sorry. I just want to talk privately to so-and-so, this other mate of mine. And off they go into the other room. Now, I think that is really, really rude. I mean, number one, I was taught that you don't whisper. Number two, I've already raised this before in front of my friend, and I don't see why you have to do that in front of me. So I was getting mad. And I'm like, no. I'm going to have to say something about this. I'm going to have to say something about this. But I said to myself, you know what? Rather than get yourself in a tizzy, just speak to a third person, somebody who's not connected to the situation, and see what they say. And see if you can get a different perspective on what's happening. Anyway, I call another mate of mine. And I say, look, this is what the situation is. And I told her what was going on. And she goes, well, maybe it's about something, not necessarily a bad thing about you, but maybe it's about you. But they don't want to let you know. And I'm like, well, even if it is about me, why can't they take it outside? Why do they have to do it in front of me? Why do they have to make it so rude? And I was thinking, a lot of us, we go through all those emotions, don't we? We go through this emotional hijack where all our fears of rejection, of mistrust, of betrayal, they all come to the fore just because somebody has done something in front of us that reminds us of something that's happened before. But I just decided to put the brakes on and say, hold on a minute, just step back and try to get some perspective. Anyway, I spoke to my mate and she says, look, don't worry about it. Don't take it personally. They're obviously, whether they're on some kind of self-importance kick, whatever it is, just don't take it up with them. It's just not worth it. And, are you really bothered? And I thought to myself, well, not really. It does make me feel so I can't be trusted. It does make me feel a bit insignificant. All of these feelings of mistrust were coming up, and then I felt as though I wouldn't be able to talk to them properly. So it kind of raised a lot of issues in me. But those issues were lying dormant anyway. And what this incident did, it was an emotional trigger that brought them to the fore. But by thinking about it and put it into perspective and thinking of all the different things it could be, and why they didn't want me to know about it, even though I still think they could have done it in a different way, in a more diplomatic way, I realised that it's nothing to worry about. Anyway, turns out they were preparing a surprise birthday party for me, and they wanted to make some plans, and because one of the colleagues was going away and she wasn't going to come back until just before my birthday, and the other one was also going to some different area, and she wasn't going to be coming back. That was the only opportunity that she could actually speak to them quickly and tell them about my birthday. But the long and short of it is, it's amazing how you can get yourself into a tizzy over absolutely nothing. So sometimes when incidents like that happen, and you're not quite sure, it's good to take a step back, reflect, don't react immediately, don't let your emotions play out, just try and keep calm. I know it's difficult, and I know because we're human we can think a multitude of things, but it doesn't have to be what we think it is. Okay, so that's all for now, peeps. I hope you found that useful.